Yes, people, I'm here. 610 podcast. Your host Chimless Guna, and I'm here with Matthew. As you can see, people, he's prepared for the occasion. Um, I can't, bro. Matthew, man, I know it's been a tough weekend for you, bro. We're not even gonna start, my guy, with United. I'm allow United. I'm allow United right now. There's other pressing concerns at hand.
Do not make me wait, bro. Do not make me wait.
I don't want. We can't start with United, especially when the rest of the panel hasn't jumped on yet. There's other United fans that are gonna want to say their word at their eulogy at the the funeral, my guy. Start off with City because for me it was the most boring game of the weekend in terms of the hype because well I don't need to explain. Obviously, I didn't watch the. Well, I watched some of it. Actually, I did watch the game. When am I? I watched the game. I switched off after 2-0. Obviously, I was rooting for Newcastle. I was hoping they pulled something out the bag. But City, I don't think City played particularly amazing, but they played good enough to secure the 3 points. To kind of nullify Newcastle. Again though, Wilson ain't been the same since the World Cup, bro. Like Newcastle could have had a couple chances themselves, man. It's disappointing. I'll be real, man. If they had a different front three, Newcastle could have definitely got something out of that game, 100%. Obviously Foden looking like he's getting a bit of form back in the squad. I don't want him to be. Oh look, man, like Matt's come just as we were about City. Yes, Matt, you saying? I hope you're
You
good.
alright? I'm good, man. How are you,
Yeah.
man? How are you guys?
Good, man. I'm good. Was good. I'm alright. Matthew's.
Hey, how many days in the week? How many days in the week, man? How many days in the week, bro? It's day one. Got 6 more days to reach 7. Ooh.
Well, yeah.
What did Eric Ten Hag say?
Yo,
Again?
was it?
Everyone's about to come to an end. Hey. Oh.
Yo,
How
it's
you
right,
feeling,
man. They
man?
won they won the Carabao Cup, man. He's good, man. He's good. The energy drink at me. 7 Up.
Them man thought they were cooking after that.
I mean
League
Carabao.
Cup win. You man thought you were cooking.
Man said 7 days later. Yo. Nah, I'm playing. Was actually chatting about City in it because out of all the games this weekend, I think the City game was probably the most boring. Not because there wasn't goals or anything, but just because of the madness this weekend. There were so many surprises. Obviously, Chelsea winning for once, Spurs losing again. Arsenal with the last screamer, and then obviously the close game between Liverpool and United. So obviously, man was going to delve into the City game first. Man was gonna delve into the City game first. I was just saying to Matthew, I feel like if Newcastle had a more lethal front three, they would have got something out of that game. Maybe. I mean, City got obviously routine win. I don't think I watched the game. I don't think City were great. I think they just played decent enough to win comfortably and control the game. Newcastle looked threatening at times, but yeah, man, just the end product, man. It's gone. Wilson for me is like, yo, bro, you're not good enough for Newcastle. If Newcastle are going to be trying to push for Europe, Wilson is not good enough. I'll be totally honest.
Yeah.
Almiron again. He has Almiron Saint Maximum. They're not the type of players that are goal scorers week in, week out, or even getting assists week in, week out, and that's what's killing Newcastle at the moment. They need a more clinical front three, a front three that's got more end product. But Matt, man, you must be happy with the way Foden is coming back, scoring goals, changing games. Do you think that was something you guys were missing a little bit? Oh, Matt, we'll wait for him to come back. Wait for him to come back. But Matthew, did you watch the City game? What was your take on that?
Yeah, I did watch it. I mean, I know you said it was boring because it was like quote unquote routine, but the game itself though was actually decent. Newcastle gave it to them, I would say. I think what helps City a lot is the timing of the second goal. They almost scored the second goal against the run of play. And you're right. Newcastle's front three. I mean, Wilson missed like a gilt-edged chance, I think, in the first half. But in the second half, there was a chance that Joe Linton had, which I just thought he had to just bury, bro. Like he literally made a late run into the box, a brilliant cross from I think it was Murphy or so, and the ball's literally just gone under his foot, and he's missed it completely. So those were the two sort of chances that Newcastle could sort of hang on to throughout the game, and they didn't take it. But generally speaking, I think they can go away from that game with a bit of confidence. Like they took the game to City. City didn't dominate them as one might have expected. KDB had a very poor game. Struggled to really create anything for Haaland. Um, the likes of Grealish, very sort of ineffective as well, and
Mm.
they caused the City defense a lot of problems. So although this is new for us because usually we don't see Man City have these kind of games where they've not played well, but yet they've still won. Usually at the Etihad, especially, they would just roll teams over, keep the ball, wouldn't give away any opportunities on the counter attack. But Newcastle weren't even creating chances on the counter attack. Newcastle were creating chances in just like normal open field play, bro. So
Yeah.
I think Newcastle, they can hold their heads high after that performance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. That's what I'm just saying. It's just the final third, man, that was anything lacking for me. But yeah, man, if Newcastle want to be well, they got the P at the end of the day. I reckon 2, 3 more transfer windows, and they'll probably replace Spurs in the top six. Because yeah, moving on to wait, Matt, you back? No, he's not. Moving on. Wait, he came off mute. Yo, Matt, I can hear you. You sound like you're about 7 miles away, G.
Yeah, you sound far away from the mic.
Huh?
Can you hear
Say
me?
something. Yeah, I can hear you. That's
Can
better.
you hear
That's
me?
better. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was saying, obviously Foden scoring again like he was doing pre-World Cup. Is that something you feel like you guys are missing a bit? His intensity to the play.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, he's one of our main guys, and he wasn't really what was he? Post World Cup, he was a little bit injured, in and out, not really playing well, probably lacking confidence, whatever was going on. But now, I don't even know what his stats have been like the past few games. Have been quite good, to be fair. So
Yeah,
definitely good. Holland didn't score, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I do think who was it? Who had a chance? Was Joe Linton had a chance in the first half?
Wilson in the first half, Joe Linton in the
Wasn't
second.
it? Yeah, if one of those went in, it could have been different game.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
I don't know why. Do you mind Ray Isaac?
I rate him, but he hasn't proven anything yet.
You know what? You know what he's apart from remember his debut when he scored against Liverpool.
Yeah,
Apart from that goal he scored, I've not really seen him in a finishing position like that. He seems like a striker that just loves to get on the ball, loves to do little give and goes. Like there was even a point against City where like he completely ripped Akanji near the corner flag. Like he seems to be very sort of cute and nice on the ball, but he doesn't seem to have like the sort of goal scoring instincts that you'd want a box striker to have. So I don't know, but
yeah.
we've still not seen enough of him, to be fair.
No, it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. He hasn't been unleashed yet. I mean, for me, fam, you gotta drop Wilson now and make Isaac the focal point, man. You'll
That's
get
what I'm thinking.
you'll
Like,
get more.
Because he's only coming on like say like in the second half usually when I don't know he's a new spark. But like Wilson, I know he's a workhorse, but bro, try something new, man. Especially when you pay that amount of money for him as well.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That's
might
what I'm
just
saying.
try it, or at least incorporate both of them together. Like play a different system. I don't know, but
Yeah, they got to try something different because again, man, they need goal scorers, man. They're lacking since the
where are they
World
now?
Cup.
Are they fifth?
Yeah, they're fifth now,
Yeah,
and
Too
Liverpool
many,
creeping up on them, man.
too many draws, man, or too many losses. Like
Yeah, they got more draws than wins. So like, once that
yeah,
happens, them draws start turning into losses, man.
but
so
Kingsley, Kings, you know what's mad though? You said that you spoke about Almiron and ASM, yeah. They did just buy Anthony Gordon in the January transfer window. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know, man. That doesn't that signing for me doesn't seem to be a signing in the direction of them signing Guimaraes or Isak. That signing seemed a bit like a level below where they seem to be headed towards.
1,000%.
I think maybe they were looking for that, the young English long term prodigy because they don't really have that in terms
It's
of
not him
British
though.
players. I'll be real.
Definitely not him.
Newcastle. We've got Joe Willock, but he's not really like the excitement. There was a lot of buzz around Gordon. I mean, he on the ball when he's running direct, he looks nice, but I'd have Harvey Barnes over him any day. So I hear what
I
you're
agree.
saying still
I agree.
about the level, but he's still an improvement than having Jacob Murphy on the bench. You know what I'm saying? No offense, no disrespect to Jacob Murphy, but like I'd rather put on Gordon than Murphy if I need a goal.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons to it, but I do agree with you saying it is. Does it improve the squad? Yes. Does it improve your starting 11? No. So I hear what you're saying. And for me, I don't even know why they prioritize getting a winger, man. They need a left back and they need a creative midfielder
Mm,
because they can't be relying on your DM to get you goals and assists. That's not
yeah.
gonna happen, man. Trust. But yo, we'll leave Newcastle City theirs against routine win for City, putting the pressure back on Arsenal. I was hoping for a slip up, but hopefully it's not the start of City on going on one of them 12, 13 game win streaks. I ain't got time for that. I'll be real. You might need to chill. No, big man thing, it's not even funny. I ain't got time for that. You might need to start slipping up again like Martinez when Salah was running at him.
Hey,
Um
the butcher was that? Yo, I'll get to that still. Oh, okay, no. We'll save the con for later. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll save the con. We'll save the con. Another team that's about to get violated though is my favorite team in the Prem. I think they represent what the Premier League is all about, and that is Tottenham Hotspur. These man are a joke, bro. And bro, it's the fans that talk like they deserve respect. Like you man are a serious club. Like you man are a serious threat. Your biggest trophy in the last 10 years is finishing above Arsenal. You man chat about that all the time, bro. There's nothing about your team that suggests you're a serious contender. You finally have a chance to do something in the FA Cup with favourable draws. As in, if they win that game, I think they had Blackburn. How are you losing to Chef? How are you losing to Chef, bro? Why you listen? I don't get it. You're not going to win the Prem. Why are you rotating the squad that heavily? Why is Lucas Moura on the pitch? You've just signed Dan Juma. You've just signed Pedro Porro. You can play wing back, winger, and right back. You've made these signings, and then you sign the semi-final hat trick merchant. I don't get it. He hasn't done anything since then, and he stunk out the gaff. What's his name? Davidson Sanchez stunk out the gaff. Eric Dyer. Why is Eric Dyer still there? He didn't start when you had Alderwood and Vertonghen, but he's starting now. Why is he still there? Like Spurs, bro. I don't know what direction they're going in. I'm hearing set fans talking about Conte out. I'm hearing people say, "Yo, just get rid of Son as well. It's done." Listen. You might as well get rid of at least 8, 9 players. The only player I'd keep in that squad is Kane and the fans. They're the only ones who turn up. Everyone else is a joke. I'll be real, man. I'll be real. And like, I don't know what it is, but yeah, Spurs they tried to do the quick fix, getting Conte an elite manager. Listen, Spurs break managers down, man. Jose went there, didn't win. It's not been the same. Conte's gone there now. I'm telling you, look, they put the guy in hospital, man. Like, yo, listen, the Spurs job is it's not a good place to go to. Like, allow it, man. I don't know if you man watched the game. It was a good goal by Troy, man. Like, that was peng. And the thing is, Wolves didn't do anything for 80 minutes. They didn't do a single thing, and then they just scored that goal and Tottenham lose. No, you can't write it, man. You can't write it. But yeah, what's your man takes on that, man? Like Spurs in general, like what's the direction they're going in? Because I need to know.
I mean, yeah, I did. To be fair, I didn't watch the game. So let me be real. Even if like that game was being played at like 5:30, it was the only game taking place, I still probably wouldn't have watched it. It's not a game that I'll be looking forward to watch. Wolves and Tottenham, as I said last week, are two teams that both struggle to score goals. And they struggle to play good football as well, to be fair. So, but no, I did catch the highlights though, and to be fair to Tottenham, from the chances I saw, they probably should have won the game. I don't think it's harsh to say that Wolves stole it, but I predicted Wolves to win 1-0 last week. Because Tottenham are just that kind of team. They'll beat Chelsea, but then lose to Nottingham Forest. They'll beat City, and then lose to Southampton. This is just who Tottenham are. This is who they've shown themselves to be this season. And some people like, and obviously you mentioned Conte being in hospital. People be like, oh, like, yeah, like they're doing him so proud whilst he's in hospital. They're beating City, but they're beating Chelsea. So then, what are they doing by losing to these other teams that they should be beating? In terms of the direction, I'm actually not too sure. I think we haven't really known which direction Tottenham are heading in since Pochettino. I think under Pochettino, it was clear to see what direction they were heading under. Pochettino brought in loads of sort of young players with sort of a high potential, and he helped nurture them, help improve them, put them in a system where they could thrive. And he was overachieving considering he didn't spend that much money. But obviously, it then sort of fell to pits essentially, and they then brought in Jose. Now, the thing with bringing in Jose is not the same Jose that he was 10 years ago. So even though, yes, it's a big deal for Tottenham, it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things based on where they thought Pochettino was trying to take them. And obviously with Jose, things just ended weirdly. He got sacked before a Carabao Cup final, which was just weird, considering Mourinho. I think Mourinho's never lost a final.
Never lost a final,
yeah, that was weird. Then they brought in Nuno, bro. Don't forget, Nuno always seems to go under people's radar. They brought in Nuno, and bro, you talk about them ruining managers. They ruined him. He was doing fine with Wolves. He was comfortable at Wolves, bro. He was having Wolves playing better than the last couple of managers they've had now. Fact. He was doing well at Wolves. They were finishing in the top half of the table, I think, for about 2 to 3 years in a row. He was bringing in the Portuguese players. They were doing their thing, and they brought him into Tottenham, and the fans just never really got behind him, and they ended up sacking him like 2 months into the job. And then they got Conte. Now we know Conte, bro. Conte will throw his family under the bus before you take accountability for anything, bro. So yeah, I think I can see an ugly ending to this relationship, bro.
Yeah, no, facts. It's just like it's getting worse every week. I mean, obviously, I know the ethos of the club and what Daniel Levy likes as a defensive manager. That's why he went for Mourinho and Nuno and Conte. But I think I don't know. And as you mentioned, them sacking Mourinho at the day before the final says to me that trophies is not the priority, man. It's the entertainment and getting money. And I mean, these man prioritize the Formula One thing and the NFL thing and Beyonce, bro. That's their silver at the moment. I mean, I saw one Spurs fan. Yeah, he's like 15 years old, bro. He was like, he said, when I look at silverware at the dinner table, I don't even know what it is. I was like, yo, stop it, bro. Like the paying these man, bro. It must be hard to be a Spurs fan. Like, I don't know if you've seen Expressions, yeah. Yo, Expressions kills me. His rants absolutely kill me, bro. He ranted at when he after the Sheffield loss, and he said, "Yo, a man could go pen on life parole and be out and still not seen his man win a trophy." Like it's actually peak. And then obviously lost the Wolves again, and yeah, I find it must be hard, bro. They're not gonna win the Champions League, obviously. And that's it, innit? That's it. Out of the FA Cup, out of the Carab. Well, obviously Carabaw's done. And obviously there's no chance in hell they're winning Prem. So what as a Spurs fan,
And the Champions League, they're not winning that, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Champions League, there's not even worth even talking about. But like, if you was a Spurs fan, you Matthew, if you was a Spurs fan, or even you Matt, if you can hear, man, if you was a Spurs fan, yeah, what do you expect going forward next season?
More heartache.
I hear that. I hear that, man. What about you, Matthew?
But you see the thing, I think Pochettino, yeah, bro. What that guy, as much as people clown him and make fun of him, they call him Mauricio No Trophy Tino and all these things. Yeah, you have to give this guy credit because I think the level that he took Tottenham to has made sort of this new generation of Tottenham fans way more discontent than they should be. Because let's be real, bro. Before Pochettino came in, they obviously had like Harry Redknapp, who had a bit of an exciting run. Had the Crouch, the Fo thing, had the Modric thing. They were, the Lennon, the Bell thing. They were exciting then, but we never really believed that they would do anything significant with that team. They had VS Boas, who came off winning the treble for Porto, but he didn't. He came and didn't do very well. And they've had these other sort of managers that have like maintained that sort of fourth to sixth position. But Pochettino took them to a level where they became entitled. They started to think that they should win things. Like it should be an expectation for them. And I think that's the main problem. That's why you've got man like Expression writing, because he believes that the level that Pochettino got them to, they should now be aiming to exceed that. And unfortunately, they're not really moving beyond that. So if I was a Tottenham fan, I would try and put things into perspective and remember what I was before Pochettino came in, and expect that may be where we will be returning to soon.
No, I agree with you. 100% agree with you. I don't know where this entitlement comes from. I don't. One little Champions League final that you're never gonna win, and now all of a sudden you think you're seriously gonna be. These men at the start of the season said we've won the transfer window. We will be in the transfer. I mean, we'll be in the title race, bro. What race is this, my guy? Oh, speak of the angel, of course, here to represent Tottenham as we was talking trash about them. Man like Ish. Oh, Ish has left us, guys. Must have heard the word trophy and dipped.
Man said he's allergic to the word trophy, bro. It's crazy.
We'll see if we can get him back. I don't know why he cut. We'll wait for him to come back, and then we'll conjure up some more Spurs foolishness. Let's move over though to Chelsea, because obviously there's no one here to represent Chelsea at the moment. Guys, if you're watching this podcast, you're a Chelsea fan or you're another Chelsea fan who likes to talk and wants to back his club, jump on. Oh, Ish has come back.
Yes, people.
Yes, good mic today. Yes, that's what we like to hear.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, you're completing your sentences this time.
All right, that's good. That's good. That's
Bit of an
good.
echo, though. Bit of an echo.
Oh, mad. It can never be perfect.
No. It's what it is. But yo, bro, we was literally just talking about the Spurs situation. Yeah, fill me in, bro. It's been a rough week for you. Let me know how you feel, man.
I'm telling you, being a Spurs fan tests your mental health. I say it every week. Like, you got to pray for us. A couple of men are going to end up in an asylum. Yeah. You can't have big wins against City, then come and do Chelsea. Then we're going to probably lose this week and be out of the Champions League. So we're going to get no trophies again. Yeah. It's just capitulation. I said the club needs a rebuild. Yeah. Conte is going to leave at the end of the season. I feel like sell Kane and Son for as much money as you can and just go with a young, hungry manager and get a complete rebuild. Like, the 2018. We ain't got rid of guys. Eric Dyer still playing centre half.
Oh.
He's our number 6. Us in the top 6 side. Joke. You already know how bad we are. Like, we didn't make any great chances against Wolves. And don't get me wrong, Wolves, they'll give you a tough game, but they're really a meaty team. Shouldn't be losing to them. Like, I just feel like the club is a fresh rebuild.
Talk to me, man. Where was your head when you lost to Sheffield?
I was in the gym. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Best place to be. Took my anger out, fam. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been pushing some dumb weights, and you know what? I'm thanking God I was in the gym, yeah, because that rage quit. I could have broke my TV, cause I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I was at home, I would have dashed the remote through the TV. But I picked up that 50 and started throwing it, cuz. When I saw that goal go through, I was just like, you have to be kidding. But that's a Spurs thing, though.
Bro,
Only Spurs can do that.
Yep.
Only Spurs can do that.
It was a good
I promise
route
you this
as well.
right now.
You man had a good route after that. You man had a good route if you beat Sheffield as well. There's only
We were
City and
going
United
clear.
left in the FA Cup.
But you know what, with Spurs, you kind of have to realise something. If we don't create a chance by like the 66th minute, like a clear-cut goal chance, it's most likely another team's going to pop in a goal and score. Doesn't matter what level of football it is. Champions League, FA Cup, like any Premier League round fixture, if we don't score something by the 66th minute, it becomes a long day. Only against City do we produce like any type of like class or resilience. I don't know why, but it's tough.
Trust.
It's tough.
I was saying to Matthew as well, when I saw the lineup against Sheffield, I was surprised. Like, what? No Danjuma again. Like,
We brought him for what reason?
Bro, that brother that you stole from Everton, innit? I was like, but fam, man, I'm not
Richarlison.
using him. No.
You know what?
That's you man stole Danjuma, innit, from Everton as well. And then
Danjuma, we got him from Brighton.
No, Danjuma. I'm saying you stole him from Everton. Everton were about to
I
get
don't think
him.
he was ever going there. I don't think you don't want to go to a relegation team. So yeah.
Bro, he might as well have, bro, because there's no difference.
What are you talking about? Everton are going championship next season. We're trying to get a top 4.
They'll win a trophy though.
In the championship?
They'll win the championship, bro.
With the money they got, they ain't winning nothing. I'll be real. Like, they might stay in the championship for another season or 2. Like, I feel like their players will go.
The clock's for display purposes, babes. But yeah, and then obviously you'd think the Spurs would bounce back against Wolves, be like, all right, we're knocked out of the FA Cup, but let us fight for this top 4. And then no. I mean, obviously I know you might hit the post a few times, but it's not good enough, man.
But for me, I feel like after seeing Newcastle lose to City, shout out to Matt's team because we needed that win. And then after seeing Liverpool win, I just feel like we're in a rut. And I feel like Liverpool might come back and claim that top 4 spot, which is just going to make things worse. How can we attract a good manager next season after Conte leaves if we ain't got Champions League football at the very minimal to entice a good manager? Like, I want either Luis Enrique or Thomas Tuchel or bring back Poch. I feel like the board did Poch dirty. He was our best manager in years, and they never gave him the chance to start again with a fresh squad just because a couple players got disgruntled. But a couple of them man are still there, and we ain't done nothing to show for it. So I feel like he earned the respect.
Do you not feel like getting Poch would be, look a bit like regression?
No, because he's our best manager we had in years. He got players to where they needed to be. He pushed Kane, got him to where he needed to be as a star. I get it. When it came to the Champions League finals, he was injured, hobbled, but still gave us our best seasons as a manager. That season we lost to Leicester and they got in the Premier League, still our best chance of winning the cup. He's been our best manager. Cool. People can say Mourinho took us to a League Cup final, but then people are laughing at United for winning the League Cup. So it doesn't really mean anything. Yeah. And when we won it, they said it's a tin pot trophy. So we really should have had Poch because he deserved the right to rebuild that squad. He was still hungry, had something to prove. And I just feel like the board did him dirty because they think of business all the time. NFL games, Beyonce tickets. That's all they care about. World
I literally said this before you came on.
With nothing to show about. Like, think about it. We keep laughing at all these other teams with dead stadiums. I laugh at Chelsea when I go to work all the time. I see Stamford Bridge. It looks crap. But they got a bag full of trophies, in their trophy cabinet. So I can't say nothing to them, ever. Because when we're talking football, trophies matter.
Facts.
We got good facilities for nothing.
Facts. I was saying to Matthew, if you was a Spurs fan, but you are actually a Spurs fan, what do you actually expect to see from the board next season?
If we don't sell, it's just going to continue. It's going to be a vicious cycle of what we see now. Given great facilities, more business, the club's going to make a lot of money with nothing to show for it, because you're not going to put a Tottenham type manager back. If you don't get a Pochettino type manager or a young, hungry manager and get a full rebuild, we're going to get the same thing again. Like, I want to see either the club get bought because Levy needs to go. He's been a great businessman, but when it comes to actual football aspects, you've been awful. Like, awful. So I want to see either a fresh rebuild of the squad. Like, everyone needs to go. The fact that you got Lucas Moura still there, I love him for everything he did in the Champions League run, magical, but your time's done. Eric Dyer been washed for time. Yeah. Like, I guarantee Højbjerg's going to cut the season when Conte tells him to go with him to Juventus. So we're going to need a fresh rebuild. We ain't even started Basuma once this season, like in a good matchup to see what he can actually do. So I want to see us with a nice young squad.
Basuma, man.
See what I'm saying? Like, he should have just stayed at Brighton.
I was a big fan of him.
I was a big fan of him too. I thought he was going to do something. I was a big fan of Kulusevski as well, but we're still in the same spot. We're still fighting for fourth. And I feel like the league's more open than it's ever been.
Facts.
Yeah, you lost a lot of games in the lost.
Talking about fighting for fourth, do you see you guys getting top 4, 13 games left?
The way Liverpool are moving right now, yeah. Shout out to Man United fans, yeah, because the second half looked like a prison scene. So, hey, I feel like Liverpool are coming for that top 4. If they can stay healthy, I think they're going to beat us to it. Newcastle, I think they got a tough run of games, but then our fixture list ain't looking so great either. So I'm wondering, can we maintain? But it's not like we're fighting with Arsenal.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's all about getting a little run, getting a little 3-win, 4-win run, building up some confidence, building up some momentum. But Spurs are just stop and start, on and off, bro. Like, and that's the issue. You can't be moving like a light switch. Man, I need that consistency.
Spurs have only turned up for 45 minutes every game, for like nearly most games this season. They'll come up, like we played the first game we played against City, we were up 2-0 at halftime. I'm like, okay, we're doing it. We turn up against City all the time. Second half, you shut off. Now we lose 4-2. I'm just like, only Spurs can do that. Like, are you forgetting the game's 90 minutes? It's tough, man. But like I said, pray for us Spurs fans, man. We'll go through it.
Now, you might know a big man thing. Like, I've seen expressions videos. I've seen different Spurs reactions. Bro, it must be hard. Like, I'll be real, fam. I don't envy you. And I used to feel sorry for you, man. But then at the start of the season, you man want a gas thing. But yo, we've won the transfer window. We're gonna be in the title race. We're a serious team.
Nah.
Jamie O'Hara on Talk Sport on about, oh yeah, I think there's an agenda in the media against just because people are scared that we can do. Bro, no one is scared of that chicken on top of the bowl. No one's scared of you, man. Big man thing. Big yo, listen.
Man said a chicken, fam. It's a cockerel. Say it right, man. But flipping out, man. I just feel like the back 4, Romero was a great signing last season. I don't know what's happened to him this season because he looks meaty. Maybe because he's playing with Dyer. And you can't have Dyer if you're going to play a back 3.
You can't play with Dyer, bro. He's not a quality centre
He's not a centre-half. Like I said, he's a washed number 6. Tell me, what squad is he starting in any Premier League team? What squad is he starting in?
Bournemouth
won't take him. I said starting. No way. I don't even think Everton need him. That's how bad it is. We haven't played in a back 3. In a back 3.
This is an England international, bro. Come on, man.
Was an England international, big man. Yeah. And you know his granddad's part of the FA. That's why he's been in the game for so long. You got to check the family ties. This is white privilege to its fullest. Man, still in the top 16 for what?
No, like they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know, bro.
100% nepotism is key.
Yeah, don't kill me right now. Don't kill me. Nah, we'll I don't know. I feel like it's such a odd one, man, with Spurs. Like, I would prefer Spurs to be in. As much as I hate Spurs, I'd rather see them in 4th than Liverpool. I don't want Liverpool in the Champions League like next season. I don't want them in the Champions League. If any means possible, I don't care who gets in there. Newcastle, Fulham. To be honest, I gotta give props to Fulham and Brighton as well right now. Brighton are
100%
smoke, and they got 3 games 2-3 games in hand on set teams around them as well. Like if Brighton can bag those, listen, they're serious contenders at the moment. They're playing some good
You know what
football,
I
man.
say about Brighton? The more Brighton do well, the more it's making Graham Potter look like a fraud. Like it's more the system than it is him. I said this, I think, last week, but I couldn't get my voice out here on the mic. It makes Chelsea look like what they have right now is a fraudster because Brighton are still doing well. In fact, I feel like they're playing better football with Potter gone.
They're playing better. They're
Anyone
playing
else
better.
agree?
Let's be,
I feel like the
let's
football's
be
better,
real.
so it's more the system rather than who's
Yeah.
coaching. And they still got great talent around them, which means their scouting must be like, I think it's maybe the best in the Premier League right now because they get more for less.
The scouting and the system and the culture of the club is amazing because they've lost so many key
100%.
players. They lost Cucurella, they lost Ben White, they lost Basuma, and they just make it like it's nothing. They just carry on, just roll on.
The
Like
next man's stepping
cool.
up.
We
The
lost him,
next man is stepping up. Yeah,
We lose
it's just
Trossard, it's
lie.
cool. We got Mitoma. Like it's just like what we lose Dan Burn, it's cool. Like these men were key players. Like they weren't just like squad players. These men were key players to the team,
But
and
that's
they're
what I'm
gone.
saying.
It's like it's cool.
And their mentality is
See ya.
next
That's what
man
we do
up.
thing. But then you see,
Like,
yeah, and that's obviously we've seen it work and we've seen it not work because it's working for Brighton right now, but we've
Mhm.
seen it with Southampton. Southampton used to lose a lot of key players, but then they would maintain mid-table finishers. But right now, you could argue and say it's not working. Could you see Brighton
You
that
look-
happening to Brighton in 2-3 years' time? Possibly.
I feel like Brighton need to put their foot down and learn from like Southampton because Southampton, everyone knows them for having a great academy at the youth level, right? So they put down a few great players down the years. Brighton are now being the team that Southampton were, and they got to realize if you actually want to contend and be a big club, you need to say, let's build a culture here where we can get top four. Because I feel like if a good transfer window in 2 seasons, if the way Spurs going, and I feel like Liverpool are still on the decline, don't let their little run gas you and they win 7-0. I feel like Brighton could be a real contender for European football. Maybe they might not get the 4th, but the 5th and 6th finishes definitely within their reach. And that brings in better talent because people always want to play in Europe rather than just playing league football. So I really hope that for them.
You know what I think is the difference with Brighton from Southampton? I think Southampton let too many players go at the same time. I remember there was one transfer window where Liverpool bought like 3 man. Like they bought Klein, Lallana, Lambert. They bought. I think there was one more player they bought from.
I thought they got Mane as well in that season. I think it's Mane as well. Was it Mane?
I'm not too sure, but I remember there was a season where Liverpool bought about 3 or 4 man from them in the same transfer window. And I think what Brighton have done well is they've not allowed a player to go until they know that they've got someone else to replace them. And I think that's why Arsenal couldn't get Caicedo this January because they hadn't got a replacement for him. Honestly,
and it was too late in the window, way too late.
Yeah, and with Trossard, I told you, Kingslee, the reason why I think they were okay with letting Trossard go is because they had Mitoma. Yeah. Same thing with Basuma. I think they let Basuma go because they knew, okay, we still have Caicedo here. We've still got McAllister. So I think that's what Brighton, I think, have. That's the difference between Brighton and Southampton.
But then look how many players they let go this season, though. They've let go a lot of players. I think they've let 6 players go from the summer transfer window till now, and they're all first-team players, and they still managed to stay up into a top 6 position or top 7.
You could argue they're doing better without them.
100%. Because we haven't used Basuma. He's getting dust on a shelf right now. Like, he's like unused product right now. Can't lie to you. You might as well send it back.
In fact, that's an interesting point. Do you think then Brighton were like, you know what, Basuma's getting a bit more accolades than he really is, and when he goes to Spurs, he got exposed and he's not that guy, and that's why he's not getting the minutes.
You got to really think about it. If teams are willing to let guys go, they probably see their attitudes in training or what they're like as a locker room guy, or maybe their health. Like I remember years ago, Bayern let Sebastian Schweinsteiger go to United, but then the people didn't realize how injury prone he was. They weren't easy to let him go. They let him go like that. So it's things the training and the team sees that other teams don't see. Like, it's great to see what you see in a match day. They might perform here and there, have a good spell of games, but you don't know what their work ethic's like. And now we're seeing Basuma hasn't tried it hard enough to get into Conte. Conte wants guys that are ready to bleed on the pitch for him. I don't think Basuma's that type of player. But Højbjerg is, which is why he can't start over him.
And you know what? That is spot on, because if you deep it, they let Basuma go. Basuma was there saying, I want Champions League football. I'm gonna force this move.
As he started the game.
Wait, but then he left. But then Caicedo was like, "Oh, I need this move for my family." He put in a transfer request on Instagram of all places, but they didn't let him leave. So you see the difference already. They clearly rate Caicedo over Basuma because
Facts.
they didn't fight to keep Basuma, but they I don't care if they was late in the transfer window. 70 million bid is a lot of money to turn
A
down for
lot.
one player.
Nah, but bro, trust me, if they let Caicedo go, they're mid. Because I remember the game when he was sort of the period where he had it in the transfer request or something. They played Liverpool in the FA Cup and they didn't play him in that game. And their midfield was, I think, Gross, McAllister, and Lallana. And the only reason they got away with playing that midfield that day was because Liverpool were just so bad. They could not have afforded to let Caicedo go, bro, without getting someone in.
Facts.
It wouldn't.
Do
It
you not
wouldn't have
think
been.
I think Arsenal will try again though in the summer, and if they get a replacement in time, they might be willing to let
They
him go,
will, yeah, they
depending
will.
on
They'll
who.
let him go. They'll let him go.
he signed that extension to 2027, so
Oh
the price will be
yeah,
up. So we'll see.
Wait,
We'll
he
see.
signed
He
the
said,
extension after the transfer window.
yeah, he signed the extension like last week,
Oh
oh,
man.
yeah, signed it 4 years.
so it's through to 2027. Yeah,
So, but
Oh yeah, you
it
ain't
could
getting
just
him, man.
it could just be a play. It could be a ploy from Brighton because now they know his contract's not expiring. Teams will have to bid more, so there's that side to it. Or he could genuinely want to pledge his allegiance to Brighton. I know McAllister was on Talksport today saying Caicedo is really happy here and he wants to stay here. I know, but that's
but
what
that's
players are
another
going to
thing we
say
talked
anyway.
about
But
just earlier. That's the thing we just talked about. Maybe Brighton are changing their culture, saying we want to keep guys and show guys we can play European football because you can't make yourself a big club overnight. It's consistency through the years, getting yourself into Europe and winning that helps get you into a big team. It's like how City have done it. Like they had a little bit of history before, but winning over time made them the big club they are today. So I think Brighton have to try and follow that suit.
yeah, no facts. But obviously we hit the 40-minute mark. We'll quickly talk about Chelsea, and then we'll get into the big one. We'll spend about 7 minutes on Chelsea. I only got about 7 things to say, so
You're not
obviously,
serious, bro.
I didn't watch the game because I'm smarter than that. But they finally got a win, and it was gonna be a 1-0, a very close game. If Leeds could finish, Leeds would have won that game, bro. If Leeds
But
just needed to step up, Wagwan could. So you're telling me, bro, good to have you. If Leeds could finish, Leeds, that's a different game, man. Wesley Fofana took his chance well with a header, and for me again, like I feel like Felix is the only player in that Chelsea squad who's making things happen or looks decent, bro. Everyone else just looks washed, man.
Chelsea's
Washed,
a
bro.
club killer.
Bro.
It's a career
And
killer.
then after the game, Potter's they said, "Oh, Potter, how's it feel?" Potter's there, like, yeah, it's really good to get a win, man. I know the fans are excited. We're happy we got the win. I'm like, bro,
Why are you making Potter sound American, bro?
because he's got the Todd Bowley influence on him, innit? That's him as
Yeah.
well. He does anything Todd says, innit? And they gave him 2 more chances. We'll see what happens in the Borussia game. For me, though, this 1-0 win is not really passing the test, man. Because
It's not. It's not. I think it gave him a
it's
little bit
not.
leeway on his time, because I feel like people calling him for his job, and like I said, because of how well Brighton have been doing, it's not making him look like he was the guy, like he was meant to be, like the man to rebuild Chelsea. But at the same time, Chelsea fans aren't used to a rebuild. They like instant gratification. They need to win now. But the Abramovich era is gone. They need to realize you can't compete right now. Not like that anymore. Leeds, man, I just feel like chances need to be made. It's like Spurs. Chances need to be made, man. You got to make it. And Chelsea, they're still not a team in good form. I'm happy for Fofana because he's another player that got bought, sitting on the shelf, ain't really being used. And he's got his chance now. I think he's a good player. I feel like Leicester obviously didn't want to let him go. I feel like in another system, I wish we bought him. I'm not going to lie. I could use Fofana right now at Spurs. I feel like he's a player that needs to get his chance. And he's got a lot of talent on him. And I feel like Chelsea have something, but probably don't know how to get the best out of him just yet. But they got Thiago Silva to mentor him, so maybe he can get something good going on.
I said Thiago Silva to mentor him. That's a good mentor right there. I've even heard
It's a great
Chelsea
mentor.
fans saying they wouldn't mind seeing Thiago Silva take assistant management. And I hear that because he's got the credentials, man. He's done it all. They need anything right now. I mean, I can't lie though. Chelsea have to stick with Potter. They have to stick with Potter. I can't lie. The season's already done with. if you're gonna start something, you might as well try and try it with Potter, because end of the day, you're gonna bring someone else in. That would be what in 2 years, what, 4 managers, something like that. Not 2 years,
But
like
like
3 years, 4 managers. It'll be a madness.
rule of five, man. Give a manager at least 5 transfer windows. And if you don't see the progression and style you're trying to see out of a manager, then it's time to let go. But Chelsea have like a big financial issue. Who do they let go? Who do they keep? Because he's got a lot of players that weren't from his system under Tuchel, and he's still got them in the squad. Like, I'm deep in how big Chelsea's squad is. They've got a lot of guys that just don't play. Like, they can
Because
start for a lot of
these
other teams
five
in the Premier
windows
League.
that you're these 5 windows you're referring to, they've had in January, bro. They had 5 transfer windows in January. These men have spent 600 mil, bro. If these lot sent that 600 mil to England, it would clear some of the national debt, bro. I'd see my bread prices go down. I'd be able to put on the heating again. They've spent what, bro, on absolutely nothing.
It's more than that, though,
Nothing to
because
show
you got
for
to
it.
rebuild the culture. You got to rebuild the culture, get rid of all the deadwood, and then try make your infrastructure of what you want as a club and as a manager. It's hard. It's like what you see Ten Hag doing at United. He brought in his old guys from Ajax to help get things going, because you don't have to teach them anything, and through their influence, you'll probably get through to the rest of the squad. So that's what you see him doing. I guarantee over time, you'll get more players Ten Hag likes, probably from the Dutch league, to try and get that influence. Like, he's brought, what, 4 players over? And it's probably made a big influence. He got rid of some old deadwood, and it's probably sent a message to like people like Luke Shaw and probably Rashford as well. Not to say that he was having like bad attitudes, but what you did previously can't run here. And that's what I think Potter's got to do at Chelsea, to the guys he does want to keep and the young guys he does bring in. This is my club. No one's bigger than the manager. You've got to buy into the culture or you can get shifted. So that's what he's probably got to do.
I hear that. Cruds, I'm gonna send you the link now. If you wanna jump in, my bro. I know you're a United fan. I wanna hear what United man them are saying. We're about to get into United in a hot sec. Man are saving their best till last. You know what I'm saying? Man are making sure you man cook nice in the oven. You know what I'm saying? I like my pizzas well done, and I'm gonna take 7 slices in a sec. But check it with Chelsea right now. For me, they just gotta build up some sort of momentum going in, so that when they go into next season, they'll be like, cool, we have a foundation a little bit, or Part has a style of play. But if you noticed, yeah, Part went back to the 3 at the back and he got the result. This Chelsea team is used to playing with the 3 at the back. Used to having the wing backs just a bit higher up, like Reece James and stuff. But I feel like Reece James hasn't really been the same. I think his morale's really low.
He's
Yeah,
remember he
and
come back from the injury and he re-injured himself, so it's hard. He's probably just thinking that in the back of his mind all the time. Like, remember, he's an explosive player, really strong. If you're not feeling 100%, like physically, mentally, you're gonna always feel like you're lagging anyway. So I give him time, but he's definitely quality and a piece I'd keep at Chelsea long term.
yeah, you guys keep him at Chelsea. He's one of the best right backs in the world. End of the day, I'd love to have him at Arsenal, but I just feel like I think his morale's low, man. No, I sent to you on Snap, innit? Check that, and then you'll be able to open it and join in, because we're about. This was Matt last week when I said, "Matt's come off the screen." Hey, yo, Matt, I got something for you, bro. I got something just for you, my G.
Ah, man.
I was
Hey, Matthew,
saving
come
it
back
in
on the
for now.
screen, bro. Come back on the screen.
Let me
Come
see your
catch this
face. No
corn.
hiding, big man.
Come catch this corn, big man.
I shouldn't be laughing too much, but hey, can't be my team still.
Man United.
Hey, yo.
Welcome, Cruds. Welcome to the 620 podcast. First time on there. Obviously, bro, we're about to get into the biggest club in Manchester, biggest club in the world, the Hollywood of English football. What's the word of silence? Matthew, could let me
And
know,
they
man.
held
Let me
Claude.
know how.
They held Claude.
Let me know how the game was. For me, I thought it was a tight game. I thought it was close. Could have went either way. I,
Certain pundits were saying that Liverpool didn't play well. That's what I was hearing. They didn't play well.
yo,
Certain
Gary
pundits were
Neville,
saying
man
well.
said, yeah, United were better in the first half. Yeah.
Better than the first half, you know. So Liverpool didn't even play well. Jesus. Yay.
You see how quiet Roy Keane was in the post match? He didn't say a
My
word.
man didn't say a word, dog.
Sometimes you have to just hold that corner and
Roy
leave
Keane
it
sat
there.
there like Roy Keane was looking at him like I can't even say nothing, bro.
He couldn't even back his boy. He could not back his boy.
Yo,
Oh,
Cruds,
yo,
how you feeling, man? Let us know. Let us know.
yo, that game the other day was mad.
whew.
Yo, nah, they kill me, fam. I said that and they left. Could explain, man. Tell me what went
Give
wrong.
us some
What
detail.
wrong in that game, man?
Yo, United are just shit.
What? I thought you just won a cup last week.
About what?
That's why they just won a cup last week. How United shit? How'd you go from winning the cup to be shit? Explain. Give me some detail.
United is shit.
Hey guys, watch this swearing on the channel though, because YouTube monetized that, innit? We don't get the same views. So
Okay.
keep it
Oh,
clean,
man.
because I can for the advertisements and that. Yeah. No, United, bro. Like you wouldn't. I think you man were well too complacent and excited. Like you can't go to Anfield and expect it to be. Some of the United fans saying, "Oh, it's an easy game, best time to face Liverpool. Oh, this is going to be a joke, walk in the park." I'm thinking, yo, listen. Even when City were on it and Liverpool were down, City went to Anfield and got beat, bro. Like Anfield is
I know.
not a joke. You man have won there like once I think you might even got beat there in Fergie days, bro. Even with the team you had, like Anfield, not a joke. Me as an Arsenal fan, I know we gotta go there. I'm nervous, bro, but I'm happy that we've seen you man get exposed because now we can go there with a more of a cautious mindset. I'll be real, because listen,
Nice.
I'm happy to lose 3-0 now. Yo, beat me 3-0, spank me. Yo,
Whoa.
that's
Why for that?
calm.
Why for that?
What, 7?
Oh man.
Aye. Like,
You know what? I did not see that
big man
coming.
thing.
Because the first half, it looked
No one did.
decent. Then Gapco got that goal in, and people are calling him a bust. So I'm happy for him because people are calling him a bad signing. Like it don't take time to adjust to the Prem. Like it takes time to adjust. Came in January, people are calling him a bust already. I was like, nah, give him time. Brother popped out at the right day. That's a good time to show people I can ball. Like I don't think Liverpool were
100%.
that amazing, but I'm not gonna lie, Man United were leaky. Simple things like clearing the ball, just putting it out for a throw-in. Some of those goals are just coming off rebounds with just like
Bro, that
hesitancy.
Salah one where just rebounded to him, I'm like, nah. And then
Yo.
even Firmino's goal. How's De Gea getting Megs? My man's not even facing the goal, bro. He's turned and shot and Megs, man. Oh my god.
Listen, United fans love De Gea, but they know he needs to go too, fam. He needs to get a new keeper. Get a keeper that can actually kick ball. But that's a story for another day, fam. 7-0. Yo,
I don't know how that happened either.
that was just an
I'll tell you how that happened,
explosion. Like,
Kai
how can you
Havertz
go
United just got
complacent.
absolutely annihilated. It was mental.
6 goals in one half?
No, it was 4-1 it. I swear it
No,
was
6.
4-1 in the first half. Yeah.
It was 1-0 at half time.
Yeah, 6 goals in one half.
Oh yeah. I just realized what you just said. Yeah.
Bro, and as well, yeah, I can't lie. Bruno, don't rate him. Don't rate him. You're
Fernandes, you don't rate him?
You are the
he played
leader.
shocking the
You
other
are
day
the
for
leader.
United.
But he's not tough though.
Well, not
Like,
even
I
just
feel
his
like
not even just his performance, bro. His attitude. He has to got subbed. You're the captain, bro. You are the foundation of the starting 11, bro.
He's
You're
not a
there,
captain material.
flailing
I
your
know.
arms. He's not a captain.
He's not a captain, bro.
He's not a
I'll
captain.
be so real with you. If you want to have a captain, he's got to be mentally tough. Losing, you got to pick up the guys of morale. Like Casemiro should be captain, but I get he hasn't been there long enough. Yeah, because he'll get onto
he
guys.
hasn't.
He'll get onto guys, and I just feel like it made him look so bad as one of the what I think is the best number 6 in the world, right? But it's just leaky. I said it's just like one of their goals. Anthony didn't want to head the ball. I think it was the 5th goal. Liverpool went on a break.
He was trying too much the other day as well. He was trying too much on the ball when.
But that's his game. That's his flair. Like he wants to be that flairful guy. You can obviously tell he's got the Ronaldo influence in him, but he's not there yet to be doing all of that. He's not there yet.
Which
I'm not
Ronaldo
gonna
are you
lie.
referring to him?
No, he's not.
CR.
Can't be that one.
I'm telling you, Ronaldo's there somewhere.
that
He's
one.
somewhere in Dubai, fam, watching that game, and he's celebrating, fists in the air, cuz. Probably doing a super every one of them goals, fam.
Weghorst, yeah.
Yo,
That's what he
bro,
did. You saw the line and said,
yo,
Weghorst, yeah.
Hey, someone told me, what is Weghorst's role as a football player? Because I think at one point in the game, he started to dribble the ball, and I thought this guy had special needs. That's how bad he looked, yeah.
Oh dear, massive special needs.
No, seriously. I looked at this guy dribbling the ball, and I was just like, dear Lord, are you sure he's a footballer?
He was
Like,
trying too much. Like
he looked like one of them basketball dons trying to play football, like a 6'7" don, just trying to start dribbling the ball. I was like, he looked awkward.
Dude.
He looked awkward, and I'm like, this is your guy's hold up guy. Yeah, come on buy Kane off me, 100 mil. Come this summer, come buy him from me.
Oh dear.
Yo, Matthew, you're awfully quiet, my young friend.
All right, let's talk about City winning the league this year when overtake Arsenal.
Yo, can I cook?
Listen, don't. We're not taking the shine off you, man. Just yet. Yo, what do you want to say, Matthew?
So, obviously, yesterday was an eventful day to say the least.
Yep, very eventful yesterday.
For this segment, I don't feel proud enough to show my face.
No, I don't
even though you might already.
Nah, you can't do that. I come here every week and show face. You gotta do that, man.
We move. But what I'm gonna say is this here. Honestly. Nah, for real. Kingslee, get me off the full screen, bro. Get me off now, but no, for real though. Honestly, the first goal killed us, I think. Going into Anfield, it's one of those stadiums where like the atmosphere really consumes players. I've seen it happen over the years, and as Kingslee said, even under our Sir Alex days, we never went there and won comfortably. The only manager that we've ever won comfortably there under was LVG, and that was when Matta scored that overhead kick. So the ground can swallow people up, and what you have to do, which is always important, is to withstand the first 20 minutes. The stadium's going to be jumping, the players are going to be high intensity or whatever, so you have to withstand that 20 minutes. And we did that, I would say, nearly flawlessly. They didn't really create any sort of like gilt-edged chance in that first 20 minutes. And then from there, we started to grow into the game. We had I would say 3 opportunities that I think better decisions and better execution could have gave us the lead. And
Bruno Fernandes should have scored that header.
Huh?
Bruno Fernandes should have scored that header.
Yeah, we should have.
Rashford had chances too. Went round the keeper, didn't score it.
Yeah, either Bruno. I thought either Bruno should have volleyed it, or he should have just tried to get the header on target. But it wasn't. It was a decent attempt, to be fair. Rashford, I thought, should have scored. And
why is Rashford taking that first time?
Rashford's first chance on goal, he should have took that as well.
And I
don't know why he didn't.
But
Rashford had 3 chances to score. He had that ball in from Luke Shaw as well.
First time, he should have he should have touched it and find it bottom corner.
Yeah.
When he hit the post,
I agree.
yeah.
But what I would
say, should have taken a touch. Why Why are you
You
shooting
did.
first time?
You-
Right, you're not that guy yet, bro.
Yeah,
Wait, what chance are you talking about?
Yeah,
the Luke
but
Shaw
what
ball
I
in.
would-
Yeah, the Luke Shaw one. Yeah.
No,
So the Luke Shaw
Rashford's
one,
first chance.
he just didn't
Yeah,
hit.
Yeah,
Just
Luke
didn't hit.
Shaw. He should have taken a touch. Should have taken a touch and banged it. Why are you shooting first time, bro?
Nah,
It's
I
not
think
that
he
kind
made
of
the right
situation.
decision. I think he made the right decision. You tried to take a touch on that, it might have bounced wrong, and then defender recovers. So I think he made the right decision, just bad connection. And then when he went round the keeper again, he had the angle, just didn't finish properly. And right now, he was the baddest man on the planet, but Liverpool put out his flame a little bit. You know, they blew it out. So hopefully he can regain some form.
But I mean, to be fair, when you went around the keeper, the chance that he had when he went around the keeper, that the game was done by then. So I'm not
The
even
game-
really
the
Still,
game
though,
was
it's
finished,
something.
The game
Yeah,
was
It's still
but
finished.
something.
you make it 3-1. You make it 3-1 with a bit of momentum, innit?
Yeah,
Because you man
I-
gave
I-
up.
Yeah,
I
of
get it,
course.
but
Right, man.
I think by then, I think by that point, our heads were just not in it anymore. But I have to like bring the manager to the court as well, you know, because
What?
as much as he's done, you know, excellently in the past few
Facts.
months, and I'll give him credit and
Rashford should
whatever.
have played on the
But
left.
tactically, he got it wrong yesterday. You cannot have a team that has Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back and not play a real left winger, in my opinion. That
And
makes
put
no sense.
Rashford
We
on the
played-
left.
Yeah,
Yes,
we played
definitely
Bruno
put
on the
Rashford
left.
on the left,
Bruno
too.
was
Yes.
literally not in the game at all. Like you can't let Trent off the hook like that. Like it actually does. It doesn't
Yo,
make sense.
Trent is
Trent
too
didn't
He
much.
have
looked amazing in the second
Trent-
half. I mean, so real. You
Trent
made him
is
look like a
sick.
world-class fullback.
Yo,
Yeah,
Trent is
exactly.
sick.
And I just
Yo.
think the amount of players that have got the best of Trent this season, to let Trent off the hook by playing Bruno left wing, like, and we don't even play Bruno left wing. He usually plays Bruno on the right when he plays him out wide. So why he
I
did
think he
that,
played.
I'm-
I think he played Bruno. I think he played Bruno left wing because he knew Trent would push forward and he wants Bruno to track Trent back because Rashford's
And I
not
think
going to track
Robertson was capable of neutralising him. I think he'd have problems getting past Robertson. I'll be so real.
Yeah,
no, but
I
Kingsley,
think
the
he
problem
put Bruno on the left to counter Trent.
He thought about the
but
matchups.
Kingsley,
Definitely
the
thought about
problem
the
with that
matchups.
is when Bruno plays on the left, he doesn't operate as a left winger. He plays very centrally. So either way, Trent would still be able to go forward with him there anyway. The point is, he played Rashford up front. Let's be real, guys. Yeah, Rashford is not a striker. As much as
No,
he's like
no, it's not.
as much as he's managed to be effective at times in that position, we all know when Rashford is playing up front, it's simply just to be a counter-attack threat. It's not to help build up play.
Yeah, facts.
It's not to help hold the ball. It's not to help pin centre backs. It is simply just to be a threat in behind. So
Is that what you
why
got Weghorst for, though?
No, but he played Weghorst to midfield. He played Weghorst to midfield though.
Oh,
He played
dear.
Weghorst to midfield yesterday. And my thing with the manager is usually one thing that he's been commended for is when things are not going right, he knows how to change it straight away. He doesn't hesitate to change. I think there was a
You don't
stat
have a
that said
real
like
number 10, though.
he's made like 50 changes or something like in the past few months, which is like the most that any manager has made within that short space of time. But he didn't change it at halftime. Honestly, our tactics when it came to pressing as well, the man-for-man pressing is what killed us on the first goal because Robertson has got the ball. He's driven into midfield. Dallo feels that he has to stay with him, vacates the right-back position. Fred covers for Dallo, but then commits to Gakpo. The ball in behind is played in. And Varane for that first goal,
Varane got
bro.
dopey.
Bro,
He got
talking about
dopey still.
Gakpo. You might have talking about.
It was
I'm
mad.
not trying to come across as a hater here, but you might have talking about Gakpo's brilliance and that. I'll give him credit.
I never said
second
that.
The second goal he scored was a brilliant finish. The first goal for me, bruv, I think we gave him the goal, bro. Like Varane has
Didn't close him down.
Nah. You can't take the
It was a good finish.
Nah. You can't take the goal away
That
from
was a
him.
good finish.
He
That was
duppied
a good
Varane.
finish.
I'm not talking about the finish. I'm talking about the
He
actual like the
duppied-
process of
He
getting.
duppied the
No.
one of the
but
best
this is what-
defenders in the league.
A big
Bro,
statement.
man,
Still.
you man
This,
be
this is
fuming.
what happened.
That's a big statement.
The ball has been played in behind, yeah. But Varane has ran to the ball at such an intensity where it's almost like he feels he can get there first, which he was never going to. So it's almost like he's ran past where he needed to for where the ball was, and all Gakpo had to do was just take a touch inside and finish at the far post, bro. Like we honestly,
Rumour has it
the
Maguire
first
would have
goal
blocked that
killed
still.
us.
Yeah, he would have.
Bro. The first goal
The
killed us.
scored an own goal.
I honestly think that before they scored that, they were begging for half time. I think we had fair control of the game, considering
You man had the
like
better
you know, the
chances first
occasion.
half.
You did.
Yeah,
Bro,
we
we
did.
played better than them
We
first
did
half.
still.
Like, don't get
But
me
you see,
wrong.
when you go to
No. You didn't play better. You had the better chances. Let's get
Yeah.
that.
Bro,
I'll
we
be
did
so
play better.
real. When you
Yes,
go
we
to
did.
Anfield,
We did play
you got to
better.
sucker punch
We
them.
did. Facts.
At Anfield, you got to sucker punch them because the crowd really turns to the 12th and 13th man. You can't let Liverpool get chances and then let the crowd get involved. If you got Liverpool, you got to knock them out early. I'll be so real. You got to hit him with a couple cheap hooks and then try dead out the crowd. And you had the chances to do that. Rashford could have made that chance. You could have quieted out the crowd. It would have been an easy game at Anfield. I think if you score early, 1 or 2 goals, the game becomes so much easier to maintain. But
Yeah, it does.
And as
also,
well,
if I
yeah,
was Ten Hag, that's what I would have set out to do.
Liverpool have been conceding 2 goals and not playing very well. And you man gave
Exactly.
up too quick. You should
yeah,
have kept your heads.
I completely agree. And,
composed.
but what I would say is, yeah, to all the United fans out there, as much as like obviously I was angry because you might know my agenda towards Liverpool. Considering I'm not even from Manchester, my hatred for Liverpool, one would think I am from Manchester, but what I think the game was still a freak game, bro. Like, let's not sort of blow things out of proportion. The game was a freak game, and I'm gonna highlight Casemiro as well because I've got some stats up here. And obviously, I knew he had a poor game, but the stats sort of backed it up. So Casemiro gave the ball away 6 times with his first 6 touches of the ball. First of all, in the first half, shocking. Also,
Shocking
he had
still.
zero ball recoveries in our defensive half for the whole game. So
United
in
are just
our
dead.
half, he never won the ball back once for us, and you can see that in like I think it was the second and the fourth goal. Man was just slipping all over the place, bro, when he was getting in for tackles, and he had a pass accuracy of 62% for the whole game. Now, I saw someone bring it up, the fact that we lost to City 6-3, he didn't play. We lost to Arsenal, obviously we considered 3 goals, he didn't play, and obviously we've lost to Liverpool 7-0 when he had a shocking game.
He played yesterday.
You man, I mean, obviously Kingslee, you've been like, you know, I mean, it's just called Rashford the baddest man on the planet. Kingslee, you've talked about, you know, if Rashford doesn't score, no one's scoring, blah blah blah. But I've said it. This guy is our most important player, bro. This guy is our player of the season. Like, he had a bad game, fair enough, but
I don't think he had a bad game.
no, he was shocking.
No, he was bad, bro.
He was
about
bad.
Rashford now. You're talking about Rashford.
Bad.
No,
A bad game for me.
No, Casemiro.
Okay, yeah, Casemiro. Yeah. Fair enough.
No, Casemiro is the person that holds this team together, and I think
100%.
the fact that obviously you talk about, you know, Bruno being captain. I'm not sure Casemiro can be captain, but obviously he's just come in, and also he can't speak English, and you know, I know that may not be as big of a deal as one might think, but it is good when your captain can sort of communicate with every single player in one way or another, innit? But honestly,
No, 100%. I agree.
It was a bad game. It was an extremely bad day at the office. Our heads went, like, we gave up completely. There's nothing I can say to defend any player. The only reason why I'm highlighting Casemiro is because I think he's literally like the main figure in this team. But no one was
good. You brought that up, though.
No one had a good game. I can't scapegoat anyone. The manager, I think, had a poor game as well. And what I think will happen is, I do think this will just be a blip for us. And I think Liverpool will take a full sense of confidence from this game. I don't think they're back.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Nah, they're not back.
Just got pumped by
they're not back.
5-2.
They're not back, but
If they go on like a good
United
3-game run, I'll say they're in good form. But to say they're back,
they're not back. The season's too late for that.
that was a good result. But I still think
in terms of United,
This is way too late.
In terms of United, you man need to respond. You need to react.
facts.
Have to.
Yeah,
I'm
we
talking
do.
a solid reaction as well. You man have to beat Betis, and then you have to go and beat Southampton comfortably.
When's that?
Like with a clean sheet.
You got Betis Thursday and Southampton Sunday.
You need a clean sheet.
Okay.
And I think I've always said this. Casemiro's not a long-term replacement. He's 30, 31 years old. You need to groom a successor. I don't know if he's going to be a Thiago Silva and be able to play at that high level forever. He's a short-term replacement. And what you guys always forget, because you've been in such a good form of recently, you forgot how your midfield was before he came. He's literally been your plumber, fixing leaky taps, Because that's what United think. That's what you were.
Oh,
You had
okay.
the leakiest midfield ever, and then it literally looked like a Freddie McTominay performance in the second half. Yeah, that's what it
Bro,
reminded me
listen.
of. Like,
And also as well, because obviously I've seen the picture get around, so I feel like I need to address him as well. Lisandro Martinez, right now, one of as well as
he got a
he's done,
salsa thing.
no, honestly, as well as he's been, and he's defying odds right now. Like people don't understand the odds this guy's
wrote him off.
defying. He's a 5'9" centre back playing in the Premier League. Like let's
But
not
it's
forget.
not the first time I've seen it though. Mascherano played centre half for Barcelona at 5'8".
Yeah. It's not the first time we've seen it, but in the Premier League, it's probably I can't think on the top of my head how many centre backs.
But you got a 6'5" centre half who can't do nothing either. So height don't really mean anything. You got a 6'5" Harry Maguire who don't do anything, so we can't use height and say it works.
No,
Yeah,
I know. But
Virgil van Dijk.
I'm just making the point that I'm not trying to slander him in what I'm gonna say, but
He got cooked. Let's say it like that.
We all know that there's like an unconscious, in fact, a subconscious sort of requirement for a centre back to be at least a certain height. We can't pretend that that's not a thing in football. And this guy at 5'9" is defying odds by being that height and playing centre back in the Premier League for Manchester United. However, what I will say is, and I've noticed it numerous times throughout the season, when this guy is dragged out wide, he is like a deer in headlights. I know Kingslee, there was a time, I think he tried to bring up the point that Dan James did him, and I said, but Dan James would do anyone. But on Wednesday in the FA Cup game, Antonio also did him out wide as well. And Salah yesterday, what I get annoyed at with
Salah didn't just do him, bro.
No.
Salah
I get annoyed at with defenders. I get annoyed when defenders allow attackers to beat them without the attacker doing anything. He has anticipated that Salah will cut in before Salah's even cut in. And so he spun him around where Salah hasn't even done anything. And then he slipped to make it worse. Like, out wide, the guy looks like a fish out of water. And it's something that's going to have to improve from a moving
ankle
forward.
breaker on football. Nah, allow it. Wrong sport.
Bro, it was this. When I watched it, I was like, yeah,
I said game over.
It's capitulating. It's capitulating.
I wrote off Martinez early in the season when United were losing to Brentford. I said, to be a short centre half, you need to be extremely athletic, have great positioning, and have high IQ. Now, I don't know how long you could be able to keep that up because you really thought you lack in physical prowess. You really have to make it up in your movement, like in your IQ and in your challenges. You can't be affording to be getting broken up in like out wide. So he's definitely got to work on something over the summer. He's got to work on his agility and he's got to learn to study the players he's going to go against. Bear in mind, I feel like they're all fatigued after the League Cup. But I feel like it's the slice of humble pie United need. And I think Ten Hag will definitely be on there. You'll be on their case. But like I said,
it wasn't even just tired legs. I think it was a tired mentality as well.
I feel like it's a sense of entitlement. You won against a weakened Newcastle club with a fourth choice goalkeeper. And we've all seen carriers before, hence why Liverpool dropped him out. Butterfingers for the rest of his life. Yeah. Rashford's second goal, we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, United's mentality, I feel like they needed that. And Liverpool aren't even at full strength. Still ain't got Thiago back. So just think about it. Liverpool's midfield, I feel like was for the taking as well. But
yeah, man. Gakpo and Nunes, they took it personally, man. When I'm not
gonna lie, I think Nunes is still shit. Oh, language. I think he's still dead. Yeah, but he had a good game because United were just very leaky. That header he scored should have been cleared out. I'll be so real with you. I don't want to blame Martinez or Varane, but I'm not gonna lie. Maybe Maguire would have headed that ball out. Just saying.
Lindelof.
100%. That man would have headed the ball out. I'll be so real. Like, you can't be conceding aerial goals to a guy who's barely 6 foot. Right? And he's not.
Because of the time, though, we're going to have to. Sorry to cut you off because we're getting that hour and 15-minute mark. And we still need to speak about Arsenal real quick before we do our predictions. Why are you looking upset, bro? Why are you looking upset, my guy? Don't worry, man.
You had one job, bro. You had one job. Listen, I watched the whole game.
Bro, that was the most stressful game I've ever watched. How are we conceding?
I was celebrating, when the second goal went in.
Bro, 9 seconds, G. 9 seconds, bro.
Don't get onto Bournemouth, man. Don't get onto Bournemouth. They did way.
No. I'm just saying, though. A 2-0 lead.
How are we conceding in 9 seconds, bro? Imagine I literally, because obviously the game wasn't televised. I had to use a stream in it. I hadn't even connected the stream yet, and then we was 1-0 down. I was like, "What is this? Is this?
And you know
This
what?
can't be real."
I said after this game, I said Arsenal's winning the league because the way you guys are coming back, it shows championship mentality. It's like the way I describe it is championship mentality is to survive adversity and come back. It's like watching Usyk versus Joshua, number 2, and then Joshua winning his run in round 8 and 9, put Usyk on the ropes. Round 10, Usyk showed him who's boss and who's champ. That's what Arsenal did, and I feel
I hear
like
that.
a winning mentality. So
I hear
yeah,
that, but at the same time, I'm concerned because at home, especially our defense, bro. Because we're so optimistic going forward, we literally only leave Saliba behind. Bournemouth could have scored 3 goals, bro. There was an opportunity where they've ran in, and because Ramsdale was done a mad thing, he saved us. If we went 2-0 down from there, the way Bournemouth would have sat back on a mad thing, it would have got more
Yeah.
frustrated. We got
I would
lucky.
have parked the bus
I
if I
don't
was
like the
Bournemouth.
way. I don't like the way we're leaking, bro. We leaked 3 against City. We've leaked 2 against Villa. I don't like the way we're leaking. We need to sort that out because obviously Zinchenko comes in the midfield. There's hella space out there. Gabriel's not as disciplined as Saliba. I see Gabriel playing left wing sometimes. And it just needs to be I think we just need to relax a little bit in terms of throwing so many bodies forward, especially so early in the game. I know that's the way we're playing high intensity. I get it. I love to see it, but I don't mind. I prefer to win 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 than
I don't think that
5-2,
works.
4-3. I don't want that 4-3, 3-2 business. I don't want that. I want
But
nice controlled clean sheets, man.
I feel like sometimes you need that to humble yourselves as well. But I feel like you keep thinking about Arsenal's attack. There needs to be some sort of balance. If your team's going to play that type of progressive football and then commit that many men forward, there is going to be chances where you do look vulnerable. But then is your ball movement and the way you distribute the ball, there can't be room for mistakes. And sometimes you may make 1 or 2 bad passes, but you usually don't. Like, cool. It's unfortunate you conceded the goal so early in the game. But like I said, even though I feel like that was a lot, and I'm saying a lot of added time added on, yeah, you got some Fergie time going on. I don't know.
Whoa. No. Mandem were lying in the injury time. As soon as the 6 minutes was announced, how is the goalkeeper going down? How is their centre back going down?
That's I'm not gonna lie, it's true. That's true.
They wasted a minute. They wasted a minute and a half lying down. Secondly, because I've been seeing this all over and I'm baffled. In the 96th minute, we're literally on the attack. As in Zinchenko wins the corner at 96 minutes, 10 seconds. You can't blow the whistle while we're on the attack. By the time the corner is taken, because obviously they got to walk over, get the ball, set up the corner, it then reaches the 97th minute. The ball is in the box, it's bounced out. The ref still can't blow the whistle because we're still in the attack. It's gone to Nelson, and he's absolutely done a mad thing. As in, like, bro, when that shot went in, I couldn't. Yo, my neighbors were defo vex because I was baffled, fam. Man's hit it on his weak foot. He could not hit the ball any sweeter, bro. Like, fam, the confidence this team is giving me. When we was 2-0 down with half an hour left, I slapped on £5 on Arsenal to come back and win, bro. I'm that confident in the team. Like, I'm telling you, like, I don't understand how we did it.
Football. You play progressive football.
That game,
that's why I said you can't get mad.
But I can't lie, I was annoyed at Arteta because you don't need to put Tomiyasu off for White in that game. White, keep the back line as it is. I don't want you rotating games for Europa League. Rotate in the Europa League. In the Prem, play the best team. I don't care what opposition we're facing. We saw City draw to Forest, bro. I don't care what team. Why? I don't want to see that. Vieira, for Xhaka, I understand. But Vieira didn't really have a great game.
Yeah,
People say he played all right. I think he was.
If I'll be honest, yeah, what means more to you guys as Arsenal fans? I always want to ask you guys: winning the Premier League or winning Europa? I feel like the Premier League's now yours to lose.
The Prem.
So the Prem. So, but you don't want the double. I feel like you guys can get the double. I favour you guys over United.
Bro, the double's all cute, but the Prem is the priority, bro. End of the day, you win the Europa League to get a ticket into the Champions League. Give me the Premier League, then give me Champions League next season. The Prem is the pinnacle. It's the hardest league to win. Anyone can win cup trophies, cup knockout trophies, bro. You just gotta be all right.
It's a bit of luck. It's a bit of luck. It's a tournament, yeah.
In the league, the consistency is different, bro. I want that. And you know what it would do for the players, bro? The confidence, the respect we will get. The respect we will get more than most. I've seen United win the Europa League. They didn't get any respect. I want us to win the Prem.
I think it's
We
because of
have
the
to.
way they won I think it's the way they won the Europa League, but that's another topic for another day.
I hear you. But even if they had beat was it Villarreal a couple seasons ago and they won it, I bet you they still wouldn't have got respect.
Yeah, we wouldn't have got
But
respect.
it's not the Champions League. It's like
We
second
finished
rate
second in the
trophy.
league that season.
Exactly. So give me the Prem. Give me the
And
Prem.
Jose said that was his toughest managerial season, doing what he did that season. But no, I agree with him. I agree with him. So yeah, but I definitely think go
Mad
for the
game.
double if I was Arsenal. If they can get the double, I'm gonna call it a historic season for them. Only because of what they didn't accomplish last season, and because of how many people were calling for Arteta's job. So if you get the double, I'm gonna call it a
Nah, I hear
historic
that.
season for Arsenal. Like,
I hear that. There's
think about
loads
it,
of
you failed
factors,
to make
bro.
Champions League. I don't think there's loads of factors.
No, there is. There
Hmm?
is. Second youngest team in the league. We have a manager that is his first ever job, no experience, and he's done this. Thirdly as well, the fact that we came from 8th to 5th and now we're in the top spot. Bro, there's too many factors. Like, it's mad, bro. You have to remember, we have not won a title since 2004, bro. There's too many
But this
factors.
is what I said about young, hungry managers and giving them a fresh team to work with. You literally cut out all the old wood. Aubameyang, Lacazette. You got rid of loads of guys. Mustafi. Who's the other guy? The other dead centre half you had as well.
Oh, Beres, Socrates,
You know what I'm saying?
Kolasinac,
That's what I said.
Maitland-Niles.
You see what I'm saying? You start again. That's what I said I want for Spurs. A fresh rebuild, and it takes you places. Because look how good Arsenal look now. As a Spurs fan, your football is beautiful to watch. Yeah, I say that happily. I've always said this. I never hate Arsenal as a club, but your fans can't stand them. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to deal with it this season because it's not like you're just luckily winning games. You are convincingly beating teams. You've had a few scrapes here and there of recently, but early this season and carrying on, you've been convincingly beating teams.
Kingsley,
Yeah, when he hates his back.
I think Arteta would try and win the. I think he would try and win the Europa League.
He's got to go for the double. He's got to go for the double.
If he had,
He wants to win every game, though.
If he had a
100%.
sizable gap at the top of the Premier League, if it's only 5 points with City, he's forfeiting the Europa League, bro. He's not going for it. No way.
Nah, he's got to go for the double, man.
No way. No
No,
way.
you can't, bro. It doesn't make sense.
Why
It doesn't
not
make
go
sense.
for the double? Because you're gonna have a long summer to try and revamp, and if you win, everyone's gonna want to come to Arsenal anyway. Just think about it like that. The type of football you're playing, you can revamp. I don't think Nketiah is going to be your striker next season anyway, because you're going to get a better striker. You might even get Balogun back, and I think he suits your club better anyway.
No, I hear that. Just for me, I just feel like because the Prem holds so much weight, man, and it's literally been dominated by City. Like the Europa League can go to any average European side. We've seen that, bro.
It's not,
And
but I
for
feel
me,
like it just shows dominance, more consistency. You need a bit of luck to win a tournament, but it just shows cool. The squad's got depth. The squad's resilient enough to get through 38 games in the Premier League and then get through the Europa League. And I feel like it's just something you need next year to show the pedigree of football you can show in the Champions League, because it tests the waters, especially if you're going to go back to the Champions League next season with predominantly the same squad. I don't know how many changes you need to make. All right. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't make too many changes to that squad right now. Maybe just a striker or two.
Another thing to consider is Arsenal playing Europa League. That will be Thursday to Sunday. City will be in Champions League, which will be Wednesday to Saturday. That means on every average week, City will play before Arsenal do, which gives City an opportunity to apply the pressure to Arsenal before Arsenal play every game. Arteta would not want a situation where by prioritizing the Europa League, he then concedes the Premier League to City and maybe ends up winning the Europa League but finishing second, when he could have prioritized the Prem, got the Prem, and just deaded the Europa League anyway. Like,
dead the Europa League, bro. Dead the Europa League.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
I would.
It's dead the Europa League. It's not. If it was the Champions League, it's different, bro. I'd be like, go for both. Go for both. Might as well. We've never been in this position before, but we've been in the Europa League hella times, bro, and I'm bored. I'm tired of being knocked out in the semi-finals, losing in the finals. It's dead. Give me the Prem. But yo, because of time, obviously we're talking about trophies, so issues disappeared. But because of he's back.
And that was a low blow.
Because of time, we're gonna quickly pattern up last week's predictions, and we're going forward to next week's predictions. Obviously Matt is on top with 54 points at the moment. I'm on 37. I'm struggling. I'll be real.
Yeah, I think
Oh
that's. I think
no!
I'm gonna increase the gap this week as well. Still,
Increase what gap? Cause
my gap at the top, bro. I got at least. I think I got 2 results spot on.
alright, cool. So we start with the Arsenal Everton. That was the midweek. You said 3-0 Arsenal. Oh, you said Eddie would score. Obviously, that didn't happen. You got 1 point for the result, not the score. I said 2-1. Said Martinelli to score. Obviously, we both got the 1 point. Did Martinelli score? Yeah, he did. He got a brace.
I think he did. He did. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a brace. I got 2 points there.
Yeah, that's 2 points. Yeah,
Liverpool Wolves. You said Liverpool would win 2-0. I said Wolves would win 3-1. What was the score? Liverpool winning it, but I can't remember the score.
2-0. Salah scored. I said Salah would score.
Oh, man. So you got 4 points for that.
4
prick.
points.
I mean, it was a good shout. Yep, cool. Man City, Newcastle. I said Man City. You said Man City would win 2-1. I said Man City would win 2-1. You said Grealish would score. I said Haaland would score. So it was all wrong there. Just got the one. At Chelsea Leeds, you said 1-1. Havertz to score. You was wrong. I said Leeds was going to win 2-0. I was wrong. To get their first win in 16. You said Wolves 1-0. Tottenham. You got that clutch.
Wait, I said Wolves will beat Tottenham, innit?
Yeah, you said 1-0. Yeah.
Long day.
Yo, we actually forgot to do the Arsenal Bournemouth game. So that is what it is. I said Wolves would draw 0-0 with Tottenham, so I didn't get anything for that. You've smoked me this week, I can't lie. Then you said Liverpool 1-1 United. Bruno to score, obviously 0 for that. And me, I even said United was gonna win 2-0. And Rashford to score. So yeah, I flopped it. But you had a good week, man. You got,
should we give ourselves a minus for that, bro?
100%.
You got 8 points. You got 8 points. I got what? 1, 2. I got 2, bro. How are you getting 8 points and I'm getting 2? How am I on 39? You on 62? I need to start this
Aye,
table
gaffed
again.
it.
But yeah, the fixtures. Obviously, you got Ish here for the predictions as well. I'm gonna get my phone real quick, get the fixture list up. Yo, time has flew by. This has been a good podcast, man. A lot of laughs in this one. Still can't even lie. In fact, Brentford were playing Fulham, weren't they?
What's the final score?
Brentford won 3-2, man. Jensen,
Yeah.
85th minute. Fulham scored in the 99th minute, bro. But it wasn't enough. But yeah, obviously there's Champions League, but we're just gonna focus on the Prem. Saturday, so Bournemouth v Liverpool. See if Bournemouth can, because last time Bournemouth got smoked 9-0, so Bournemouth will have a bit of revenge in their heart still.
1-1.
1-1, yeah. Who's scoring?
Solanke.
What are you saying, Ish?
I'm saying a draw. I think a draw. I think a 2-2 draw.
What, you man don't think the goals are gonna roll in again?
I said 2-2. That's goals, That's 4 goals in the game.
Yeah, but I hear that. You scoring? Who's scoring?
I think Nunes is going to get a goal in.
Nunes, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I think Bournemouth is Liverpool gonna crush them, man. It's gonna be a comfortable 3-0 for Liverpool. I can't lie. Gakpo to score again, man. He's showing you, man. That he took the 007 thing personally, man. Leicester, Chelsea. That's interesting. Both teams absolutely in awful form. Leicester, I can't lie. Brendan Rodgers might need sacking.
I got Leicester to win that. Oh, Leicester to win that.
Leicester to win as well.
What are you saying?
I got Leicester the 2-1.
Let me do Matthew first because of the order of it.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Leicester. 2-0 Leicester. 2-0 Leicester. Iheanacho.
Oh yeah, I forgot even Matt. I forgot Matt here. Matt, you there? He's not even there. What are you saying? It's 2-0.
I'm saying 2-1 Leicester.
Oh, Matt's there.
Yeah, Iheanacho again.
Wait, sorry, Matthew.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yo, Matt.
What'd you say?
I'm saying we're doing the predictions in it. Bournemouth, Liverpool. What are you saying?
1-0 Liverpool.
Yo, these man just shipped 7 against United, and you man say they're only scoring 1 against Bournemouth.
Bro,
It's a freak result, bro.
It is
It's
a freak result.
I hear that, but we'll see. Remember, they scored 9 against Bournemouth last time. That's all I'm gonna say. Yo, who's scoring?
That's
Man?
what I'm
That was
saying.
a freak as well.
100%.
Salah to score.
Right, say nothing. And then who's scoring for you, Matthew? Leicester Chelsea game.
Ooh.
Yeah, Nacho.
Yo, he missed a couple of sitters against Southampton, you know.
Because
Yo, Ish, what are you saying? 2-1. I know you said 2-1, but who's scoring?
yeah, Nacho. I said yeah, Nacho for me as well.
You're not sure again. Man, relying on the Nigerians out here. Yo, Matt, what are you saying?
Who's it? Chelsea, Leicester. Another 1-0. Felix to score.
Yeah,
Ooh, I can see that as well. I can see that happening.
I'm saying I think Leicester are gonna win here. You know, 3-1. You know, I think they're gonna violate, especially because they're at home as well.
Mm.
I'm not even lying, bro. I think who's gonna Harvey Barnes, man.
Hey,
My guy,
it's a
Barnes,
good
bro,
shout.
he's bagging. Tottenham Forest at the Tottenham Stadium. Matthew, what are you saying?
You know what? Tottenham will win against Forest. You know.
Man, has to convince himself.
No. They will. They'll win. They'll win 2-0. 2-0.
Who's scoring? Kane. He's gonna say
Wait,
Kane. I know you're gonna say Kane.
Wait, does Kane? Do we get the half point with Kane as well?
No, half points just for Haaland. 3/4 for Rashford.
Alright, cool then. Kane then.
Kane, yeah. All right.
I think
Ish,
Kane
what are you
should be
saying?
half point as well.
I'm going.
No, he hasn't got that many goals
2-1.
yet.
I'm going 2-1 Spurs, and I'm gonna go with Kulusevski to score.
Really, yeah, he hasn't scored. Yeah, oh, talking about goal scorers for Spurs, bro. Talk to me about Richarlison, fam. This guy, bro. What? Fraudulent transfer, yeah.
I feel like
R9.
I don't even know what to call him. Is it a fraudulent transfer? I just didn't think he was that great to start with to buy. I'll be so real. Like he looked good for Brazil, and a lot of players look good internationally. Maybe because the pace of the game slowed down, but like I said, I'll give him a pass this season only because Conte's football don't suit him. I'm giving him a pass. Conte's football don't suit him.
If that's the hill you want to die on, bro, it's a lonely thing.
I didn't rate him that much anyway.
Matt,
but
what are you saying?
Tottenham to win. Where is it played at? Tottenham Hotspurs or?
Yeah, we're at home.
Yeah, at the Tottenham Stadium, yeah.
3-0. Son to score.
Yo.
Son. Rising.
Is he not? Is he injured?
No,
No. He's been a bit out of form, innit?
He's had a terrible season. He's had a terrible season. How are you gonna win a golden boot to barely scoring?
Because it's a trophy, innit?
At least he won it.
I say I
I don't want to hear about goal scoring. We can't talk about that, man.
I say no, yeah, you man, you goal scorers. That's what Kane's gonna be known for.
We got goal
goals.
scorers, yeah. Kane and Son. Like, name another duo that's done that.
What? That's actually one stuff. Dwight York, Ashley Cole.
Yeah, it's them, innit? But I'm talking about in a modern era. I don't think another duo has done that.
Man said Ashley Cole as well.
I mean Angie Cole. Sterling Aguero.
Sterling won a golden boot.
Sterling Aguero, bare goals.
Not a golden boot though.
Fam, Aubameyang won a golden boot, bro. Come on, back to back.
I said a duo though. You gotta get a duo, like a duo.
Golden boots.
The second one was joint, innit?
Aubameyang won back-to-back golden boots.
The second one was joint.
I don't think he won back-to-back, bro.
We can check that one. Still.
I'll fact check that.
Yeah, fact check.
Next fixtures.
If not, there's an error in the facts. Tottenham Forest. Ooh, I'm saying 1-1. You know, you man are dead, bro. Brendan,
Relax. Forest are dead.
his
So
name,
we got this. I got more for it.
Brendan Johnson.
Nah, Kingsley, you're not serious.
You see what happens?
What?
You see what happens when Arsenal win games?
What?
I can't say that, but
Bro.
No, hold on. You might have just lost the chef, just lost the Wolves. What warrants you smashing Forest? Forest are better than both teams.
Nah, but not
Whoa,
a
they're not
smash
better than
though.
Wolves.
At least like a 1-0.
Whoa. They're not better than Wolves. They are not better than Wolves. Let's not go ahead of
They're not better
ourselves.
than Wolves. The
they're
table,
not
the
better.
table says otherwise, my guy.
I think Wolves give anyone a tough game on a given day. Yeah,
No.
Forest can
You
roll
man
over and die.
You man a tough day on any given day.
Hey, I just don't know, man.
I'm saying 1-1. You man are gonna come back to me and be like, "Bro, did you see the future?" Like, nah, bro. It's the Spurs, isn't it? Palace City. Palace City. This is at Selhurst Park. That's a tough one, 5:30 as well, so that will get the watch.
Late kickoff.
Yeah, I love a late kickoff on a Saturday, man. Ooh, I'm on a retreat with the wife though, so I might even be able to watch that one.
I'll watch that one.
Who's playing? Who is it?
Palace City.
Palace City at Selhurst Park, 5:30. Matthew, what are you saying?
Yeah, just before I give my prediction, Aubameyang has only won one golden boot. It was shared with him, Salah, and Mane, so he only took the stud of the boot. But
Wait, say that again.
City, huh?
Say that again. I didn't hear. It was glitching. Say that. It was glitching. Say that again.
Aubameyang's only won one goal.
Hold that mute, fam.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not serious. You're not serious.
Hold that mute, innit?
Wait, did you say Salah and Mane won it in the same season?
Bro, but yeah, Palace City. Where? At Selhurst.
At Selhurst, 5:30.
City will win 2-1. I'll say Foden again.
Yeah, Foden's on it right now. What are you saying? Ish.
I got 3-1 City and I got Mahrez to score.
3-1 City, yeah.
Yeah, I got Mahrez to score as well.
Don't underestimate Selhurst Park.
I'm not. I'm just
Saturday
feeling like City got something to prove in it. So 3-1 Mahrez to score in it.
I just need City to fumble in it. I'm hating. Yo, Matt, what are you saying? 2-0 Palace, yeah?
I'm saying, yeah, I'm agreeing with Matthew. 2-1. Foden to score as well.
I'm cutting. What? Same name, same predictions, yeah?
Yeah. You've been getting them right, bro. I'm gonna follow suit,
No, that's fair
I'm saying
enough, bro. That is.
Thing is, my heart's telling me City is gonna win 3-4-0, but my body's like, yo, put Palace to win 3-1. G. But yo, listen, I need the points to catch up, Matt. So I want to be realistic. I want to say 2-0 City. As much as it pains me, and as much as I hope I'm wrong, this is the only game I hope I drop points. I'll be real. Who's gonna score? Should I take the half point? No, you know what? Bernardo Silva, man, he's been bagging as well.
Mm-mm.
And then on the Sunday, Fulham Arsenal. That's at Craven Cottage.
That's not easy.
What are you saying, Matthew? Not an easy game at all.
Yeah, sorry, I was actually just watching Nacho's misses against Southampton, bro. I'm starting to.
You started to withdraw that. You can't withdraw that statement now.
You can't withdraw that. That's
said it,
Lampton,
said it.
bro.
Bro, you missed 3 gilt-edged chances, bro. It's crazy. But no, Fulham Arsenal. You know what? I'm gonna predict them to beat you lot. 2-1 Fulham.
Wow.
Bro, you do
Crazy.
this all the time, bro. Like, ish, what you saying?
No, Kingsley, I'm realistic with it though. Only games that I
No,
genuinely.
you're not.
You
You said we was gonna lose to Everton. You said we was gonna lose to Villa. Shut up.
Wait. I said you were gonna lose to Everton. What did you do? You lost.
No, I mean when we beat.
When you beat Everton, I said you do it 3-0, bro. Don't try that, bro. Bro, there's a reason I'm on top. Like, let's keep it as that. I'm gonna say Fulham 2-1. Mitrovic.
Fulham
Yeah,
2-1. Yeah, who's scoring?
Mitrovic will score.
Yo, mucking it, man. Mucking it. Ish, what you saying? Is she back?
I actually got you lot drawing, I got you lot drawing.
The agenda. What?
No,
Nil,
not even
nil,
saying.
one,
I really
one,
think
two,
you guys.
two.
No, I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw, and I feel like Mitrovic is going to do some bullying. Like,
You love
yeah,
a
I think he's
2-2
going to
in
make
it.
it a long day. Throw his weight
You
around.
love it. You love. Listen, Haaland was more physical than Mitrovic, and Saliba pocketed Haaland, man.
No. Haaland is
Haaland is
nowhere
not
near
more
as strong as
physical than
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic.
Don't do that. Do not do that. Mitrovic is a
Haaland-
Serbian tank, cuz. Yeah, this guy's bulletproof. I'm telling you this
Plus,
now.
Mitrovic hasn't been the same since after the World Cup as well.
But I'm just saying, he's going to throw his weight around. So he's going to try to cause some problems. So I feel like
Let him throw his weight,
Mitrovic-
bro. We're gonna drown him in Serbian vodka before the game anyway. It's all good. Ayo, Ish 2-2. What are you saying? Like, who's scoring? Mitch. You saying Mitrovic is scoring as well?
yeah, I got Saka to score. I get points for Saka though.
You want Saka, yeah?
I got Saka to score.
Yeah, you can take Saka to score. That's cool. Yo, Matt, what are you saying?
1-0 to Fulham still.
It's not an agenda against Arsenal, is it? Yeah.
Nah.
It's not an agenda. You're feeling
Yo,
attacked. I can see your face. You're
I
feeling
want to
Nah,
attacked.
say Mitrovic, yeah.
I'm ending the
but I
stream.
was
I'll be
gonna
real.
win and say own goal.
I'm ending the stream. Yo, if you get that right, you will go top of the table.
What own goal?
Automatic.
I feel like it's
If
gonna be
Fulham
like a dodgy
goal,
game for you,
top of the
man. I feel
table.
like it'd be a very weird
Just
game.
weird game, yeah.
I feel like
Craven
all
Cottage
of
is
this
weird
wins like
vibes.
Big man
from
thing.
a corner.
Bro, I would
Violence.
donate my lung if any of your family members. I would donate my lung if you get that prediction right. That's wild. I'm saying we're gonna have a good 3-0 win, bro. Listen, I believe in my team. You get me? Who's bagging?
Hey, put your brain cells back on, man.
I reckon.
Craven Cottage is not. I think they'll get a goal.
Odegaard, man. Listen, Fulham without Paulinho as well, you know.
Next man up.
He's been their main man. He's been making things ticking in that midfield, so I'm confident, man. Last one then, United Southampton at Old Trafford, old crusty stinking Trafford. My bad. What are you saying, Matthew?
We're winning 3-0, bro.
Who's scoring?
Weghorst.
Is that being
Thou
serious?
shalt not lie. Thou shalt not lie, my brother.
Yeah, I mean, my gap at the top is so massive that I can take chances.
Yeah, you can risk that. I hear that. Ish, what are you saying?
I got 3-1 United. I feel like they need a big bounce back. I see Bruno scoring. He's got something to prove because you didn't turn up last week. And I think Ten Hag's going to be
Yo, he might get dropped.
them. Huh?
Bruno might get dropped. He pushed the linesman in it. They're looking into it at the moment.
Oh, shame. Let me change that.
He might not even play.
Who I got Sancho scoring. He'll probably come off the bench to score. Sancho.
He's injured.
What?
No, he's not.
That's why he's not.
That's why he missed the Liverpool game, alive.
He was on the bench yesterday.
But I heard he's not fully fit in it. That's why he didn't feature.
All right, let me take the half point of Rashford.
And we know what happens when Sancho is not. You don't see him for months.
Let me take the half point of Rashford. Let me take the half point.
Sancho's gonna get sent to Afghan for some more military training, bro, to get ready.
Get sent to OT trips.
Now Rashford 3/4. Rashford 3/4 of a point. Hey, yo, Matt, what are you saying?
United to win 2-0. Rashford to score. Go with safe bet.
Got a point there. No, I hear that. Man. I can't blame that. Me, I'm devil's advocate here. Southampton to win 1-0. Kay Adams to score. Matthew, why are you smiling like that? You might want to hate on my thing about Fulham, yeah? Southampton's gonna humble you, man. You get me?
Craven Cottage is a tough place to go
Kingslee,
to.
like I told you, we're realistic with. I'm realistic. I know that there are certain away games that will be banana skin for Arsenal. So I will predict accordingly with those away games. At home, I don't predict you lot to like drop points to Southampton at home or Nottingham Forest at home. Come on.
Yeah, well, you can take those racist banana skins and dash them at your own camp. As you man are losing to Southampton, bro. Listen, I got faith. I got faith in the St. Mary's man. Them, they're gonna turn up. You man are gonna be psychological all over the place. You're gonna lose to Betis, and you're gonna lose to Southampton. I can already see it now. Check my palm. See that? 3-0. Yo,
If
Matt,
we lose to Betis and Southampton, you should get double points.
double points. DP right next to it. Say nothing. Okay, yo, this is the longest stream, guys. We're approaching the hour and 45-minute mark. Before we wrap things up, though, because obviously I know Matt was a bit busy this podcast. I want to ask Matt the all important question right now. Do you feel like you will overtake us?
Yeah. When you play us at Etihad, I'll decide it.
Say no more. Say no more. Well, guys, thank you for joining the 620 podcast. Monday, I'll see you next week, Monday. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you again.